Hey, so my name's Robert Garrett, and I want to welcome you to today's technology tip. In today's technology tip, I'm going to teach you a little bit about Google Docs. And often people ask me, well, what is Google Docs? And what I call Google Docs is more like Microsoft Word 2.0. It's everything Microsoft Word has and more, so it's really better. And you know the best thing about Google Docs is it's completely free. It costs nothing, and it never will. So let's go into Google Docs real quick. So what you can do is you can just go to Google and type in Google Docs. And then you're looking for this link right here that says docs.google.com. And let me kind of walk you around Google Docs on a basic sense, right? So here's what the page looks like. And up here at the top right, you can go to the template gallery. They've got templates of all kinds of stuff, newsletters, resumes. So if you're trying to build out a resume and you've never done it, you can get a template right here. But I'm going to make a blank Google Doc. Now, when I make a Google Doc, the first thing I always need to do is title it. So up here at the top left, I'm going to call this Example Google Doc 2 and press Enter. So now it's got a name. Now, if you've ever worked with Microsoft Word, you probably had a time where you worked for a long period of time, you forgot to save, and then somehow you lost the battery on your laptop or something, and you lost all your work. Well, one of the great things about Google Docs is that will never happen because it automatically saves for you. Let me show you this. Up here at the top left, if I go to File, there's not even an option for me to save, right? And the reason there's not an option for me to save is because it saves everything for me. So watch this. I'm going to make a change. And at the top, you see where it says Saving, and then it's done. So every time you make a change to your Google Doc, it saves it for you. You don't have to do it. It's awesome. You never lose your data. Okay, now Google Docs has everything Microsoft Word does. I can change the size of the text. I can change the font. I can even put links in my Google Doc, and that's really cool to be able to type in a Google Doc and put a YouTube link in there or something like that. But now, here is where Google Docs separates itself from everybody. And it's up here at the top right. It's the ability for you to share. Okay, so if I click Share, I've got three options. I can share it with somebody and allow them to edit it. I can share it with somebody and allow them to comment on it, or I can share it with somebody and allow them just to view it, right? Now, why is that awesome? Well, imagine you're collaborating with somebody and you need them to edit the doc and then you need to be able to do it. Well, if you're using Microsoft Word, then the way that looks is you make changes and then you save and email it to them. Then they make changes and they save and email it to you. And this dance goes back and forth where you're saving and emailing and they're saving and emailing, and you have so many downloads in your download folder, you don't know which one's which. But with Google Docs, you can edit and share it, and then they edit. And what's so cool is as they're typing, you can literally see what they're typing in the document. So there's no emailing it back and forth. When you share it with them and they edit it, you see it immediately. But what else I like is, let's say you don't want to let them edit it, but you want their help with it. You want them to preview it. Well, you can just allow them to comment, and they can go through there and say, well, I think you misspelled this word. I think you misspelled that word. Your ability in Google Docs to share the document with whoever you're working with sets it apart. So if you've been looking for a word processor and you hadn't been able to afford Microsoft Word, I would encourage you to go to Google Docs, create you a free account, and start writing. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed it.